Hello everyone, this is Naim from Fenstek Windows Machinery. So today we are in Fenestration, Bao, China, in Shanghai. We are currently in this exhibition. So it's my great pleasure to introduce our robotic line today. So the question is why we require robotic line? Because of the three main points. Because this is high efficiency and also less investment and less labor cost. Because of these three, we are using robotic line. We just recommend this one because of these three reasons. We just recommend for our client, our customer, to do the robotic line. So let me just give you the general idea about our robotic line. It's included different parts about that cutting and milling center, three-axis milling machining center, and milling center, and also for moving this one for throw it. So first of all, let me just explain our first part of machine, each machine one by one. So the first one about cutting and milling units. For this cutting and milling units, it includes everything is automatically. Loading the profile is automatic. Milling automatically. Cutting automatically. Uploading is also automatically. And printing and stamping the profile also automatically. This is that about this cutting and milling units. So let's go in the detail for each part, especially for a loading. First of all, for a loading profile, there is two options. By operator manually loading the profile in this loading area. The secondly, we can recommend to the customer, according to their requirement, to just putting another robotic here to clamp, to take the profile and load it in the loading area. So this is it. About this loading area, about the table, is 6 meters long. So you can load the profile even until 7. According to customer, you can do it longer. This is it about this area. One more thing about this loading area, at one time you can load 9 profile, but not just 9 profile, 9 different type of profile. Okay, why they need 9 different type of profile? But according to me, that this profile can be sash, frame, molding, anything. But according to the production schedule for this, that for our customer, if they need some, according maybe they are require a different type of profile, like sash, frame, molding I've mentioned, so they can load. So maybe for operator it will be a little bit confused. How? Because all the time. So that's why there is a solution for this one. There is a screen here. Operator can check it, which type of profile can load it right now, and there will be no confusing information. The type of profile information, all the details about the profile is there. So even they mention it, that which profile currently loading for processing, also there. So operator will not confuse about this area. So when you just loading the profile there is a manipulator. That is, it has 4 servo motor. What that advantage of this one? It can be automatically. Sometimes this operator may be just loading the profile in the right direction. So this manipulator can identify the type of profile and put it in the right position to do for a processing. This is for this one. They have a for clamping some area in the downside, in the back side, and put the profile in the right direction to do the processing. So this is about this. And also, before I just explain about the milling unit, I just want to explain about our software. Fenstek developed his our own software. It's called MES, MES. So that is already this software can be linked and matched with the 90% of software in the market, such as Kalias, Logical, like this. So this is the advantage. This software can be just make a balance for a whole line. So let me just go to the second unit for this cutting and moving center. Is for milling unit. For milling unit, first of all, we are using three spindle motor from right, from the left, and from the bottom to do this process from three directions for milling. So instead of this, also we add and also developed actually two laser head from the right, from the left. One of them is for milling, another is for marking. So they're doing. The question is here. So why we need laser? Why need laser? Because of different reasons. First of all, laser, when you do the milling, is faster and make it the balance between about the speed, making the balance of the speed between the milling area and cutting area. This is it. And secondly, it's less cost. If the head of this milling in traditional, those things, if they're broken, maybe that will be cost around $30. But for laser, it's cheaper than that. So less cost. And also, when you do the milling with the laser, so there is no chip in the area of milling and there is no bruise. I will show you later how is it. So this is about the milling and the milling unit. For a cutting unit, let's go to the cutting unit. For a cutting unit, we are using three cutting saws, 45 degree, plus, a minus, and also 90 degree. And all this is fixed to just do the process high efficiency for this one. So one more thing I just want to show about the whole body of this milling and cutting unit is fully cast and solid. So what? For high stability to the process without any things. This is another thing. One more thing about this milling unit, I forgot to just explain this one. We already sold this robotic line with more 100 units of this robotic line to the market. So with the feedback from the customer, we find out for some special requirement they require for example, for a slot like water slot, they require in a general is 90 degree for aluminum they're doing this one, but sometimes they require for a 45 degrees. So one of these spindle for drilling with the tilt by the cylinder can be rotate to 45 degree, can do the milling on this special angle. This is that our solution for our customer, and this is our recent development. So after that, we are going to the uploading the profile. Everything I mentioned for loading, for milling, cutting, and uploading, and is automatically. The profile will upload, and then auto printer. They can print the information about this milling and cutting and information about profile on the printing, and then stamping to the profile. And the information for this barcode also according to requirement of customer can be just anything can be just added there. So after loading, so let me just show you about different type of milling and also cutting. As you can see it, 45 degree, they cut it from this area. And also for a milling area, this is as happened by the mill by laser. You can see there is no bruise. Here is also the same, because in a general, if you do mill with the normal spindle with the drill, you can see there is some chips, but there is no chips And you can see here there is another type of milling. Here is also very clear. Here. And this is a different type of milling, they can do this one. After that, when you loading the profile, moving by this conveyor and going to the next level. Let's go to the next level. So when you move it here, this area, they have a sensor and also a scanning system here can scan the information from this barcode that this profile require another milling or no, just go to the next steps. So we are going to the second area, 3-axis machining center. For this area, first of all, for this one, when this, if this according to a scanning of system is profile is require another milling, so they will be just scanned by these two sensor, also putting in the waiting area, and after that we'll wait for a term to do the milling. One more thing is about this machine for 3-axis machining center, everything fully automatic, clamping, putting the position, moving and also changing the cutter, everything fully automatic. And in a general, even for this table is just rotating, work this rotating table also with the servo motor. In a general, for this 3-axis machining center, use 8 servo motor. So this is it. So the question is here, why we require this here, the 3-axis machining center for milling all process when there is a milling area in the cutting and milling units. So that's because to make the balance for all this robotic line, so with some of this process of milling can be done there, and some special milling with a special angle can be do this one to make the balance for whole line. So this is the main purpose of using this one. But in a general, according to the capacity of your production, if you want to increase more, you can add 1 or 2 this 3-axis machining center to just increase that your production capacity. So after that, you are going to the next level with this scanning. If they so for a end milling, for end milling, it's used 2-head end milling. So why require that we are using? The question is here, why 2-head end milling? The huge machine is required for this robotic line. Why they cannot do with some special, very small end milling machine? So for this one, okay, first of all, let me just show you in this profile. These 2-head at the same time can do end milling for both sides. Secondly, another benefit for this machine, because in a usually if for there is some area to put the, here is very clear, if you want to install the hinge, later you need some punching machine, but this action also doing here by this machine, they can do at the same time both sides. This is another thing. Another thing about cutting for this protection area, because for some profile with the high quality, they need to protection, they need to cut this area. This also can be done here. After all this process finish here, is going to the last for uploading and putting placing the profile in the trolley area. So as I mentioned, only need one operator at the beginning, one operator at the end. One is for loading, another for just putting in the trolley. So maybe this operator will be confused. So we are using another screen here. They show all the details about this profile, where they should put it in the trolley. This is it. One more thing about this one. This all robotic like for just optimize, giving the solution. As you can see it from all to here, all the process for one piece of profile, it just take 19 seconds. 19 seconds will take for processing from beginning until the end. This is it, why we are using for robotic line.